The extraordinary existence of Kim Ju-ai, daughter of North Korea's leader Kim Jong-un, has begun when she was only 10 years old. As a precursor to her future job as ruler of the nation, her everyday existence consists of overseeing nuclear tests and parades, unlike other children. Although she is only in elementary school, she is already being groomed for the role of successor. Let's delve into the fascinating life of Kim Ju-ai, the daughter of Kim Jong-un. Kim Ju-ai, who is she? North Korea's clandestine state media kept mum on Kim Jong-un's loved ones, particularly his kids, for a long time. Nonetheless, the South Korean espionage agency has learned that Kim Jong-un and his wife are the parents of three. Dennis Rodman, a former NBA star, disclosed crucial information during his 2013 visit to North Korea, which partly and unexpectedly broke the veil of secrecy around Kim Jong-un's family life. According to Rodman, he was able to meet Kim Jong-un's daughter, Kim Ju-ai, during his visit. Holding their daughter Ju-ai, Rodman praised Kim Jong-un as a doting father. This revelation illuminated the makeup of the North Korean leader's family and offered a rare glimpse into his private life. Kim Ju-ai is her given name, and it's a lovely one, isn't it? In Korean, it means beloved daughter. Did you know that? Sure, it's accurate, but hold on a second. That's not her real name. No, Kim Oh-jun is her real name. But you know what? Kim Ju-ai is the moniker she now goes by in the media and everywhere else since people admire her so much. You may be asking why her dad didn't just tell everyone her real name. The rumor is that her dad is okay with it too. He is reluctant to reveal her true identity for fear of spoiling the surprise, since he considers it extremely unique. That is very awesome. What does Kim Ju-ai mean? It means beloved daughter in Korean, yet everyone calls her Kim Ju-ai, even though her given name is Kim Oh-jun. And her dad loves it so much that he won't even correct people when they call her by the wrong name. Envision yourself with a well-known alias that no one knows your real name by. It's quite awesome, isn't it? This further proves how much Kim Ju-ai is loved and respected. If she deserves such a fantastic moniker, she must be extraordinary. Also, what's even more awesome, she is also known as Kim Ju-ai in the media. I see your point. She has achieved such fame that her pseudonym is used by news outlets. She seems like a rock star. Rumor has it that Kim Jong-un and his wife are parents to three little ones. Kim Ju-ai, the middle kid, is now 10 years old. Kim Jong-un has selected her to succeed her brother as leader of the nation, which is somewhat intriguing given that she is a female and younger than her brother. It's somewhat unique, isn't it? North Korea's system of succession is not based on a predetermined list of names as in monarchies, but rather on the parents' personal preferences for their children. The ruthlessness and professionalism that Kim Jong-un admires in his daughter is something he doesn't seem to find in his other children. Now we're talking about shattering gender stereotypes. With the exception of Kim Ju-ai and his wife Ri, very little was known about Kim Jong-un's family until this revelation. But you know what? Subsequently, the Seoul-based National Intelligence Service revealed that Kim was the mother of a son born in 2010. However, the intelligence agency did notice that Kim Ju-ai seems larger and taller than the average 10-year-old, even if it has been confirmed that the girl next to Kim Jong-un is his second child. That begs the question, what other surprises does this family have in store for us? In North Korea, where poverty is widespread, Kim Ju-ai and her parents live in the lap of luxury. They enjoy a level of life that beyond that of the average citizen, since they split their time between the official presidential palace in Pyongyang and many other extravagant estates across the nation. One of these mansions is a breathtaking East Coast mansion in North Korea, replete with all sorts of pricey extras. This coastal mansion is a symbol of the unparalleled wealth and power of the Kim Dynasty. The estate has spacious residences, an immaculate horse racing track, an exquisite tennis court, and an exceptional golf course. Images captured by satellite reveal the splendor of their environment, complete with well-manicured gardens and immaculately kept buildings. The Kim family's most cherished possession is a stunning 50-meter luxury boat, which serves as the centerpiece of their coastal retreat. Being the only vessel of its kind in North Korea, This vessel serves as a representation of their opulent way of life and abundant fortune. The Kims enjoy an unparalleled degree of luxury and luxuries in the impoverished nation thanks to their boat, which is berthed in a private port near the estate. And that's not all the luxury. Additionally, the coastal home has its very own private beach, giving the Kims a one-of-a-kind haven where they can unwind and relish in the peace and quiet of the water. A rare haven away from the prying eyes of the outside world, this peaceful length of beach lets the family appreciate the beauty of their surroundings in total solitude. In sharp contrast to the horrible reality that most North Koreans face, Kim Jong-un and her family live lavishly. Despite the fact that many locals are struggling to make ends meet, the Kims never want for anything and are always enveloped in opulence. Kim Jong-un's daughter, Kim Jong-un, has several interests. The South Korean National Intelligence Service repeated its evaluation of her during a private session of a legislative committee. Legislators have reported that the National Intelligence Service has notified committee members that Kim Jong-un is being educated at home in Pyongyang rather than a regular school. Kim Jong-un has a variety of hobbies, according to the spy agency, which includes horseback riding, skiing, and swimming. She has a soft spot for the regal and rare Russian Orlov trotters. In addition, Kim Jong-un's father has given his blessing to her exceptional riding abilities, which the National Intelligence Service has described as remarkable. She goes skiing in the lap of luxury at her father's expensive resort. It seems that Kim Jong-un's educational advancement has been encouraged by homeschooling, even if she has not had formal schooling. Even though she doesn't go to a regular school, she nevertheless gets a comprehensive education thanks to this method, which allows for individualized lessons and tailored learning experiences. Kim Jong-un's interests and leisure activities may be better understood with the disclosure of her hobbies. A deep affection for horseback riding develops, and the NIS acknowledges her exceptional skill in this area. Serious training and an innate talent for equestrian pursuits probably produced this talent. The significance of family approval and support among North Korean leaders is shown by the National Intelligence Service's statement that Kim Jong-un is delighted with his daughter's horse riding abilities. Kim Jong-un's achievements in this domain will undoubtedly boost her self-esteem and encourage her to continue pursuing her passions. Kim Jong-un takes a multifaceted approach to her fitness and leisure time by not only riding horses, but also skiing and swimming. All aspects of her life, from her physical health to her sense of adventure and self-development, are enriched by these pursuits. A window into the personal life of the North Korean royal family has been revealed by the National Intelligence Service's analysis of Kim Jong-un's academic and leisure interests. Details about Kim Jong-un's hobbies and pursuits reveal something about her background and character, even if the government is tight-lipped about her. Kim Jong-un's life is absolutely remarkable, defined by her immense fortune and her regular appearances in front of the public eye. Frequently making appearances at high-profile events and military parades as a symbol of her future leadership, she enjoys a unique position in North Korea's political landscape as the daughter of leader Kim Jong-un. She has been purposefully featured in several propaganda events by her father, Kim Jong-un, who portrays her as a potential heir and future leader of the isolated country. At one such occasion, a Pyongyang military parade, Kim Jong-un and her father were front and center, leading many to wonder what her political future holds. As part of the celebration of the 75th anniversary of the North Korean Army's establishment, the nation unveiled its latest military hardware, which may have included brand new intercontinental ballistic missiles during the parade. By showcasing his daughter at such a momentous occasion, Kim Jong-un showed that he wanted to position her for leadership and make sure the public remembers her. State media has portrayed Kim Jong-un as adored and respected, adding to her apparent importance. At the ceremony, she was seen seated in the honor seat at a banquet, with her parents and high-ranking military leaders on each side, a clear indication of her elevated standing inside the government. In spite of diplomatic and international pressure, Kim Jong-un wants to keep North Korea's image as a nuclear power, and the meticulously planned parade was evidence of his leadership and military might. Kim Jong-un's pivotal position in the regime's succession plans for leadership was underscored by her attendance alongside her father at such a historic time. Witnessing the arrival of Kim Jong-un in a limousine accompanied by his wife and daughter, both adorned in black coats and hats, official television photos from North Korea showed the magnitude of the occasion. Kim Il-sung Square, a historic site named after the nation's founder, was filled with hundreds of troops and onlookers who erupted in thunderous shouts as they were welcomed by the family. Embracing his daughter's prominence and elevating her to a vital position in the regime's power structure, Kim Jong-un proudly clasped hands with her as the march continued. Sitting on a luxury sofa with other high-ranking officials, the family displayed their position as the governing elite of North Korea. 1,000 goose-stepping troops continued the show as they marched around the neighborhood, chanting slogans honoring the Kim family's ancestry and history. Kim Ju-ai's symbolic prominence within the state was further emphasized by a ceremonial cavalry unit riding white horses, which symbolized the dynasty's dominance. The presentation of Kim Jong-un's nuclear weapons was the grand finale of the parade, a dramatic demonstration of military might and resistance to what the North Korean leader saw as threats from outside. The fact that Kim Ju-ai was there with her father at this turning point in history demonstrated how important she was to the regime's succession plans for leadership, and hinted to her eventual ascent to power. The seventh point is privacy and security. Kim Ju-ai has a small group of friends, which is the most defining characteristic of her strict set of rules. This limitation is put in place for a reason. It helps keep her loyal to the regime, keeps her from posing a security concern, and prevents information that may hurt the North Korean government or ruling family from spreading. Kim Ju-ai has limited space to develop connections beyond her allotted group, due to the meticulous monitoring and careful supervision of her interactions as the daughter of the supreme leader. This limited social network adheres closely to North Korea's isolationist stance, which seeks to minimize external consequences by outlawing any connection with individuals from other nations. Because they may expose North Koreans to ideas that are at odds with their own or entail the transmission of sensitive information, foreign connections are seen as possible threats to stability. In addition, Kim Ju-ai is kept under strict supervision to ensure that she does not form any strong bonds with her female acquaintances that would compromise her loyalty to her father and the government. Along with these measures, Kim Ju-ai must also maintain an air of secrecy and isolation from the public eye. The regime's personality cult is reinforced by this intentional isolation, which promotes the notion of the governing family as mysterious and unapproachable. So, she follows government orders to a T and adds to the mystery surrounding the Kim family via her limited social engagements. According to a report from the National Intelligence Service, Kim Ju-ai is seen by many as the most probable choice to succeed Kim Jong-un as leader of North Korea. Several factors have contributed to this verdict, such as the people's response, the amount of respect Kim Ju-ai enjoys, and her increased presence at public events. Nevertheless, the research highlights the existence of other factors that might change this prediction, such as Kim Jong-un's seeming youth and absence of serious health issues. The importance of Ju-ai's first public appearance, according to a top South Korean official, makes her a strong contender to replace Kim, notwithstanding these considerations. Kim Young-ho, South Korea's Minister of Unification, echoed these views, stressing that Ju-ai's early participation in important public positions indicates that she has the potential to become the leader of North Korea. This notion about Ju-ai's potential succession is worth thinking about in light of the North Korean leadership's historical context. Since Kim Il-sung, grandson of Kim Jong-un, served as North Korea's first supreme commander in 1948, the Kim family has governed the nation. The national leadership of North Korea is elected via legislative processes, regardless of how many local elections there have been since 1999. Commentators like James Fretwell have pointed out the patriarchal and Kim-centric structure of North Korean society, which has allowed the Kim family to maintain their dominance over North Korean politics for years. It is quite unlikely that someone from outside the Kim family would assume leadership in this kind of scenario, claims Fretwell. Since Kim Jong-un made her public debut in November 2022, speculation about her potential succession has intensified. Jong-un, who was reportedly only 10 years old, became a media darling after accompanying her father to see a long-range missile test launch. People began to speculate and argue about whether or not Kim Jong-un would get involved in North Korean politics after this, and they continued to do so with each of her public appearances. Who will replace Jong-un is still a mystery, despite all the talk. The evaluation of the National Intelligence Service recognizes the intricacies of North Korean politics and the many factors that might influence leadership choices in the future. The dynamics of the ruling elite, Kim Jong-un's personal preferences, and his leadership style are all significant elements that might impact the succession process. Even more challenging is the task of correctly predicting future events in light of the North Korean regime's propensity for secrecy and opacity. The gender of Jong-un is a significant factor in the political landscape of North Korea. The idea of a female leader would be a radical departure from the norm in North Korea, a society heavily patrilineal and governed by men. In the long run, Jong-un's assumption of leadership would be a watershed moment in North Korean politics, casting doubt on the status quo of the country's leadership succession plans. To legitimize the system and keep the Kim family's cult of personality alive, Jong-un must be involved in North Korean propaganda. Her image is meticulously maintained and used to inspire love, adoration, and reverence among the North Korean people since she is a member of the ruling family. To maintain political power and shape public opinion, propaganda is vital. Cultural events, public marches, and state-controlled media are among the tools used by the regime to disseminate its ideology and keep the Kim dynasty in power. By appearing in propaganda pieces with the leadership, Jong-un helps to humanize them, making them seem less like cold, distant figures and more like loving family members. By showing her with her father, Kim Jong-un, and other Kim family members, her participation mainly aims to give a feeling of continuity and stability within the regime. Dictatorships uphold the idea of divine right to rule and perpetuate narratives of dynastic succession. As the daughter of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, Jong-un's prospective marriage prospects are the focus of much conjecture and scrutiny on a global scale. For many North Koreans, especially those in positions of power, marriage is a deeply emotional and politically charged matter. The regime's priorities, which include maintaining diplomatic ties and the Kim family bloodline, will certainly be carefully considered while planning Jong-un's future marriage. Foreign policy factors may be a part of Jong-un's future marital possibilities. Her marriage has the potential to improve North Korea's diplomatic ties with world powers, which is especially important given the country's geopolitical isolation and tense relations with many nations. It is possible that North Korea may gain a strategic advantage in international relations if it formed a marital partnership with a prominent political person from another nation. In addition, the marriage of Kim Jong-un has the potential to foster closer ties among the elite of North Korea. Kim Jong-un may strengthen his grip on power and ensure the stability of the nation in the face of any dangers or succession problems by marrying into another prominent family or by combining with important political forces. In North Korea's dynastic system, marriage connections play a crucial role in preserving the unity of the ruling elite and strengthening power. Concerns about maintaining the Kim family bloodline may also impact Kim Jong-un's marriage possibilities. Given her position in the ruling dynasty, her marriage would undoubtedly face scrutiny for its potential to generate successors who might continue the leadership legacy of the Kim family. Finding a suitable spouse would undoubtedly be a challenging endeavor for Jong-un. Personal compatibility, the prospect of family togetherness, and political expediency must all be considered by the regime. In addition, due to the extreme secrecy that surrounds North Korean politics, details on prospective suitors and marriage arrangements are closely guarded and kept away from outside sight. Thank you for watching the video. What are your thoughts on Kim Jong-un's daughter? Let us know in the comment section down below.